Hey guys, this is Gary Lee Stanley, your sales guy. Hey, today we're going to talk about my favorite subject, which is sales. All right, we got a cool, entertaining question. It's last day of May, and I'm going to tell you what is our question for today? Selling and living until you die. What about you? What? The question is selling, living until you die. What about you? All right, well, listen, that's a weird subject to ask a salesperson, living until you die. What does that mean? I talked to a gentleman, he was in his 80s, not too long ago. Really nice, fine, distinguished person, gentleman, hard worker, a guy who, does the best things in life, makes money, and he's real good at it. And I asked him some questions and stuff to kind of figure out, what do I need to do to be successful and try to be the best that I can. And one of the things that stood out was that, I asked him, I said, well, when are you going to retire? He said, I ain't never going to retire. I said, what do you mean you ain't going to retire? A lot of people, they like to go to South Florida or wherever in Florida and retire. He said, I'm going to live until I die. I was like, dang, that's pretty good. You're going to live till you die? What do you mean? He says, look, a lot of people, what happens is they want to retire. And so they retire. And then they die. And the reason why is because they've lost, based on what this gentleman told me, is their direction and their purpose. Purpose. That's what keeps people alive, giving us something, the carrot and the stick, to want to be the best that we can be from getting from A to B. And the question that we asked was, living until you die. What about you? Okay. Well, what do you think? Are you going to just coast through life and just let life happen to you? Or are you going to grab the bull by the horns and then try to be the best that you can be? Well, if you're watching any of these videos, you've probably decided, hey, I'm a winner. I'm not a loser. And I want to be successful. So congratulations. You made a good choice. Living until you die. What that means to me is I'm going to show up to work. I'm going to do everything in my power to have a good day. My mom taught me a long time ago. She used to wake me up. Get up, get up, get up. With a big old smile on her face. She used to tell me, you got to smile. You got to, be different than most people. And as a salesperson, you definitely got to be different than most people. Because if you're just like every other salesman, a lot of times people they don't see you. They don't even listen to you. They don't even know you. My name is Gary Lee Stanley, your sales guy. I'll tell you the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything there is to know about selling, because you need to know. Inquiring minds need to know. And I'm always learning. So the question was, and the statement was, is living until you die. Why not? And I ain't saying go out there and do a bunch of crazy things, and drugs and killing and tearing up and woohoo, doing stupid stuff. I'm talking about living until you die. Why can't we just decide that, hey, we're going to do the best we can in our jobs. We're going to go to work every day. Yeah, we're going to have good days, bad days, ugly days we wish we would have stayed in bed, but we're going to be the kind of people that are going to be glad that we showed up. And people are going to be glad that we showed up too. Because if you got an attitude that ain't full of gratitude, a lot of the times what you'll do is you'll be a gloomy Gus. You'll be a person who complains. You'll be a person who sees a glass half empty or half full or whatever. Listen, I'm giving you only some advice because I've given myself this advice because I've learned it from mentors and people who have taught me to be the best that I can be and want to be the best that we can be. We're salespeople, or we're customer service agents, or we're just a regular person. We matter, and that's what's important. My name is Gary Lee Stanley, your sales guy. We're going to live until we die. What does that mean? Living until you die, and are you doing that? Well, for me, I do a lot of praying. I believe in God, and I don't know if you do. That's your business. I wear smiley face buttons all the time. I wear tank tops all the time, and I like to have a good day. I've seen good things. I've seen bad things. I've done things that I wished I would have never done when I have been a person in this life. But see, I know that this ain't the end. This is the beginning. So if you want to find a beginning, if you're a new salesperson, listen, I ain't trying to give you a sermon. I ain't telling you that you need to go a particular way, because you got some people that'll mess up your head telling you what to do. Be observant. Open your eyes, open your heart, and be the best that you could be. Like the old guy told me, selling, living till I die. Dude was in his 80s. He ain't retired. He's still working. I know people that are owners of their own businesses. They don't even call it work. They call it their life. They love selling. They love business. They make money in multiple different ways. And see, a lot of smart people like you who are trying to figure out, well, what do I do next? We're right where we need to be. To be quite honest with you, there's going to be learning moments where you need to go ahead and write that stuff down. You need to look at it. You need to use those things that happen, those adversities in your life to help you to be successful. I didn't say it was easy, because selling is a good career. But see, a lot of times when people get into sales, it's by happenstance. And they didn't really mean to get into it, but it sounded real good. They thought it was going to be easy. Oh, you mean all I got to do is talk to people? Yeah, it's that simple. But you also got to ask for the order, and you got to close sales, and you got to overcome objections. You got a lifestyle that's going to be predicated around learning, okay? It is a good field. You know, people ask me before, Gary, when did you finish school? I ain't never finished school. I'm still going. Dang, I'm getting ready to start a new course here shortly, and I love to learn. The reason why is because I'm a person who cares. Now, when I was a younger person, I really wanted to party, have a good old time, and I ain't gonna lie, I'd like to be able to do that too, but I can't pay the bills that way. I like to have things, I like for people to be happy, and I really like feeling good. So when I'm selling something, it makes me feel good inside. It's like a feeling like, you know, I'm alive, and I make a difference. I'm going to live until I die. If God called me home today, okay. I've had a real good life. I didn't say it was a perfect life. So, you know, I've had ups and downs, good days, bad days. But you know what? And overall, I've had a pretty good life. And if you've had ups and downs, that means you've lived a life. You know, I'm going to live today until I die. Whew. You know, that's a good statement. Don't give up. Keep living. Enjoy your life. If you're a salesperson and you want to be a salesperson, don't let people steal your dream. Don't let people steal your goals. You can be your own business owner. You can own your own business, your own company. And there are people like crabs. They'll try to pull you down. But remember, be resilient. Listen and learn. You got 2 ears and 1 mouth. So one thing you want to do is do your research and do a lot of studying about the way to talk to customers, how to have a conversation with customers, how to ask pertinent questions and close customers. Yeah, it doesn't sound real nice, but see, customers, they want to invest in stuff and they want to buy stuff. But we're the mediators. We're the people that bring it to their attention. So our whole intention and our whole goal is to go ahead and help people invest in stuff. It makes the world go around. But if people don't know what we got to offer and we don't know how to offer it, dang, that sucks. You know, my name is Gary Lee Stanley, your sales guy. The guy told me, he says, I asked him, I said, when are you going to retire? I ain't never going to retire, he said. I'm going to live until I die. Dang, that's a pretty profound statement. You know, I am so grateful that God blessed me and he's helped me to be a blessing to many. And I hope you'll get a blessing out of this because, see, it's really important. You know, we're going to die one day. So how do we want to leave it? We want to leave a legacy, a positive statement. I've got a lot of these videos. I hope that my ancestors and people will learn for years and years and years. Because one day God's going to call me home. I'm ready. I hope so. I really appreciate God because he's done so much in a crazy person like me in life. Okay. So there's enough getting off the preaching over here. But my simple goal today is, my name is Gary Lee Stanley. Sell yourself on living today, living tomorrow, and, you know, live until you die. And our statement today was selling, living till you die. What about you? What about you? Have you made a decision to live today? You want to live and be happy? Well, it ain't going to be easy, but you know what? Let's enjoy the ride. Let's try to be positive to the best of our ability. And like the older gentleman said, when I asked him when he was going to retire, when are you going to retire? I'm asking you, when are you going to retire? And somebody asked me that. I ain't never going to retire. I'm going to live until I die. And my name is Gary Lee Stanley. So go out there and sell something. And if you ain't asking for the order, you ain't selling. So go out there and have a good day. That was a really good subject. Living until you die. Let's do that. I want to live until I die. Jacksonville. Well, it's a little hot today, but I'm going to live until I die. Bye-bye. You go out there and sell something, and you live to be how old? Until you die.